Hello Gemini, welcome to Told As Love Tarot. If you're new to the channel and you're just tuning in, thank you so much for finding me and I hope you subscribe. If you're returning and you're a Gemini, our season is like right here. I've been doing this for half a year. Holy shit, I haven't said that out loud. Can you see how wide my eyes are right now? I've been doing this channel for half a year. I'm at currently 223 subscribers, and that is remarkable to me. I just did a Taurus reading for the end of Taurus season, and I figured I'd go into a Gemini reading. I actually even considered doing a Taurus Gemini cusp reading, but I was like, Megan, you open up that door and it's gonna be a whole can of worms. So I'm just saying, I did a Taurus reading for the end of Taurus season. I'm about to do a Gemini reading for the significance or highlight that we're changing seasons. It's my season, Gemini season. I don't know about you Geminis, but it started for me like the beginning of May. I get like this little pep in my step and I'm a little different. And I was talking to another Gemini about it and she was like, me too. It's like, it's cause our season's coming. It's like you get extra juiced and electrified. Anywho. Gemini, I had your cards shuffled and everything yesterday and I decided like at the last minute I was kind of pooped and I would rather wait for the next day, today, to do your reading because then it would be like fresh, my first reading of the day, juiced up, energized. So, happy Gemini season and you're getting my first read of the day, Gemini. There is a theme already in my pre-message. Before I dive into that, Gemini, if you're born June 17th through the 20th, you should check out my Gemini Cancer cusp readings. There could be something in there for you. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you have a bunch of Gemini in your chart. At my incense thing. I was hoping the smoke would be coming down, but it hasn't come down yet. Gosh, I didn't want to look yet, and here I am looking. Shit, who's waiting on someone to return? Because someone is, like, returning. This is gonna sound odd, but you're waiting for someone who you blocked and said don't come back around to come back around. All right, I'm not gonna go any more into that, but this is my new deck. It is the After Tarot deck. It is the supposed to be the scene that happens right after the main scene that's in the tarot right, the Waiter Right deck, which looks like my Modern Witch. So, for instance, this Two of Cups, they're hugging, and in the normal looking one, they're just holding up cups towards each other. So, it's a little different, and I like it, and I've been using them at the end because it's supposed to be the after tarot, so I use it as the what come next or the after, although I'm not condoning that what I do here or show here is like some Miss Cleo stuff where I'm like, this is gonna happen. No, that's not what I'm about. It's just, I was saying this in another reading and I must have the need to say this. I am still in my apartment with traffic and I have all my windows closed, so that's why I still have my music, but I feel like the point of the channel and some of the things that I say are, it's messages and like wisdom coming out of my mouth from wherever that needs to come out to someone out there that needed to hear it. I don't use this as like this is what you should do or this is what's gonna happen. It's just Someone out there is like, then bitch, what is it? It's just like a snapshot. And if it resonates, it resonates. Someone just, I just got winked at on the TV, so I'm gonna take it as it resonates. Something about winking. You could have winked at someone within the week, Gemini, or you could have been winked at, or you are just in this flirty air of energy, and you're just like, a chunk of cards fell out here too in the beginning, and they were very one of them was attracted to intelligence, another was a chunk of them was like having an attraction to someone but not being in love with them, being like friends, like valuing each other and seeing each other respectable value as a friend and not as anything more. I'm being honest. Tinder swindler. I didn't go into the pre-message either. I can't lie or try to manipulate you. I like and respect you too much. Maybe because someone's being honest, that's like respectable. Big dick energy. I'm so attracted to you physically, mentally, spiritually. This is kind of matching what I was already saying with the cards that fell out. How could you do that? Say, I knew you. Why do I feel jealous when I shouldn't be? Why do I feel like everyone knows something I don't? Seeing the good in people, being duped. Ask your friends, family for advice. Help. Okay. This to me reads like there is something, again, casual here. Or there was something casual, or you're in the midst of wanting something casual. You could be on Tinder. You could be meeting people through dating apps, not just specifically Tinder. Or that could mean whatever you're doing right now, whomever you're seeing, you are having a very, this is a casual, we go for a date, we hook up afterwards. Nothing serious or romantical. It's coming to my head. I'm so attracted to you physically, mentally, spiritually. Someone has some really great energy that is bold, that is bossy, or boss-like and bold, but not rude. There's something here too. There being a really good connection between two people. Really good, physically, mentally, spiritually. Someone is honest about wanting to just be casual and not want strings attached, and I feel like there's this crooked, messed up line that's been towed, that like tiptoed, where it's casual. Well, then why am I feeling jealous? Someone wants to be casual, but they can't play the other person either. it's like they might be able to play them, but they don't want to because they like and respect the person too much, and they are too attracted to them as a person and value them as a person and their energy. This is very confusing to me. I feel like I've been seeing this like repeat message and feeling of like two people who are either in a connection or there's like chemistry, and it's like all the things check off as to like, this is a relationship or this is someone I'm seeing, but it's like someone at the end of it is like, no, that's not what's going on here, or like, no, that's not what I want. Why would you not want it when you're into me as a person? You like me physically, you are so smart, and I find you so intelligent, and I respect you. I'm just being honest. I mean, this is what I'm seeing. It's a, Gemini, this could be you to them. Like, I just want to meet people on Tinder. Even though I'm so attracted to you, whoever you is, physically and stuff, I like you. I don't want to manipulate you. I respect your energy. I like your energy, but I don't want to be together. And someone has this like, how could you do that? How could you say that when it's, we check off all the boxes. Gemini, as always, please let me know if it resonates. The pre-message that I'd started on and then got distracted. Someone's doing a disappearing act. Excuse me. Or has done a disappearing act. Like Houdini disappearing act. I yesterday had Minus the Bear, White Mystery, which is a super sexy, awesome song, but the title itself, White Mystery, I'd written that down, and I'd seen the Emperor card, and I was thinking of the Magician card because Houdini kept popping into my head. So I was like, the Magician and Emperor combined has this, there's a very powerful person here, Gemini. I'm trying to loop this all together. The only card I saw this morning as I was shuffling was the Virgo card. And I was thinking of the Magician card, which is Gemini energy, attached with this Houdini disappearing act that kept coming in my head. And I had seen the Emperor card yesterday, and I'm like, there's a very confidently independent, singular Gemini here who like works hard for their money, works hard, plays hard, and does it all by themselves on their own for themselves. And they have turned much, how do I word this? Have turned inward, cutting off quite a few people, and you've kind of disappeared for a while. There's two reasons why, because I'm tapped into a few Geminis, there's a few reasons why this Gemini has disappeared. It's either your calendar is chock flipping full right now with obligations and you're just busy, busy, busy. It is a busy time of year right now, especially if you have high school students or kids playing sports. But if it was also like in love, like in love and in general for the public to see, like there's no more social media posts. You're not dating anyone. Maybe you deleted your Tinder and you're just being very reclusive is in my head. Like acting like a recluse. Not wanting to be around people, choosing to be alone. Even though you have a busy calendar. So maybe when you do have time, it's like a disappearing act. You just disappear, you don't respond to people, you're just valuing your time alone because you have such a busy calendar, which would make some sense. Let's go. The World just came out. Happy end of Taurus season, beginning of Gemini. Oh my gosh, it's my last month being 35. The world is a vampire. Maybe someone likes that song. Maybe someone feels like the world is sucking the life out of them. The High Priestess. And I wrote him in my notes, Gemini Emperor. I wrote this last night. Wasn't this Emperor that I saw, but those are 3 majors with the 3 of Wands, followed by the Empress, and then the 8 of Coins. The first thing I wanted to say was someone has a very small circle, like a small circle of people. I'm thinking it's like very close family. It could literally just be like you and your kids or you and your parents. There aren't very many people in your world, essentially. I feel like there's a partner that you Gemini, where do I go with this? First of all, I feel like there's a partner that you're waiting on, that you've been waiting on. This is either the partner of your dreams, meaning who will be your person. This is reminding me of the Leo reading I did the other day, where it's like instead of the book by Dr. Seuss, Are You My Mother? It was like, are you my partner? Are you my person? I feel like Gemini is waiting for their partner, the person that comes in and matches this, because that's already out. I feel like this Empress is symbolic of someone waiting for their person, especially with this card of like, what are we waiting for? It's motherhood. It's waiting for the woman of my dreams. It's the waiting for the person who will make me a parent with them. You know what I mean? Don't just look at the sex. Look at, this is a divine partner to that divine partner. We're waiting for your person. In another aspect, I read this as, this may be someone you have already been with, have already partnered with, literally is your person. There could be distance between you and your person, with the World card here and this card looking off into the distance, literally, well, big distance between you and this person. But I feel like intuitively, one or both of you have known that, and this is going to sound corny as hell, but this is where I'm going to just be swimming in the corniness right now. It's like, of all the people in the world, like, this is your person. You've encountered all these other people, and you've always had this spot in your heart for this person because you've always been attracted to them, or they've been attracted to you mentally, physically, spiritually, and they've known in the back of their mind, whether they've wanted to acknowledge it or not, that the two of you were like peas in a pod, and there was nobody else in the world like you, and there was nobody else they wanted to be partnered with besides you. So they've been waiting. Someone's been waiting. I just heard waiting for someone to get a grip, for the other person to get a grip. Maybe it took some time. It's like maybe there was an age difference between two people, and it was like needing to allow a person to evolve and grow up. So imagine there's an age gap between that Emperor and that High Priestess, because I mean, he does look older than her. But as an older person, he's wise enough to know that she still has growing and evolving as a human being that she's going to go through. So why try to control and confine someone to a specific boundary and time frame and social norm when I myself know the changes and evolution that I went through at that age? This is something about allowing someone to go see the world and grow up on their own, because you've done your own growing. This High Priestess is the person who can't be manipulated or lied to either. This is Pisces energy. The Emperor is Aries energy. The Empress is, I think, Taurus energy, which would make sense if that's... Oh, no, wait. I still think this is Taurus energy, but we're not hung up on the cards. This is also why this Emperor is looking at her. He's waiting for her. So there has to be some sort of gap of maybe even maturity if it's not age. And that doesn't have to be a man waiting for a younger female. This could be an older female waiting for a younger male who she knows has it in him, but just needs to experience life in the world on their own. There is a knowledge that there's a compatibility here. This is why I'm like, if you split from someone, it's like you always knew that, or they always thought that there'd be some sort of coming back together. No matter who they met in the world, like they'd always be able to come back to you, or because you guys had been partnered, or you were partnered. Or I'm also getting the feeling that someone thought they had you in the palm of their hand, Gemini. Like they thought they had control over you, or you thought you had control over someone else, like maybe physically, mentally, and spiritually. But that wasn't the case. Something's telling me to get one more in here. We're already at 24 minutes. If nothing comes out, then I'll just move on. I guess nothing's coming out. Oh shit, but look who's at the freaking bottom now. Maybe this is what was meant to happen. The first card that I saw, the only card, well, I didn't see it in this deck, but the only card I saw before I was shuffling for Gemini, and what put me on the view of Houdini, the someone pulling a Houdini act and just disappearing. But here we have another major, and this is Virgo energy. This is the Hermit. The Hermit and the High Priestess. Someone is either like, all right, Gemini, someone could be viewing you this way, I'm realizing now. Someone views what you are doing or your abilities. Now, it could be to manage large groups of children, manage large groups of fellow or ex-convicts who all have issues that they're grappling with. Your ability to manage a crowd of Karens who are ready to bitch and moan if their Chad doesn't get what he wants. And Chads, and they're all demands of like your... So someone has like this ability to control their like the things that they say and do that are very dangerous to others, and you do it in like a delicate, beautiful manner. Someone's someone here is so self-sufficient, I think it's almost intimidating to others. And I think I've said that before to Geminis. Seven of Wands reversed and Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is right over here behind the Hermit. I feel like I'm looking at a Gemini who's gone through their fair share of heartbreaks and flings or whatever over time, and someone, whomever this resonates for, has always held a flame for you, Gemini, or you for them. No matter who in the world they went out and saw, no matter how many lips they kissed, they always held a flame. And this goes back to, I'm also hearing like, what's the term? No one holds a candle to them. Like nobody else is like you, Gemini. Like nobody else holds a flame to you. Like the Hermit again. I feel like there's a Gemini here too who's like, even though the Queen of Swords or King of Swords isn't here right now, this Queen of Cups with the High Priestess and the Emperor right there, it's making me think of like someone who is tough but compassionate. Like you know how to be in control, take control in an authoritative yet compassionate and understanding manner. It's like you just know what to do or say. What manner to step into. Should you be loving? Should you be strong and tough? This could be something you do at work or for work. I think I've said this a few times. Gemini's like ability to talk and manage the situation, manage the people, manage the person. Empress. Holy shit. This is the energy. Gemini, you are in such a good energy, right? Like I was just saying, your ability to manage, it's like a boss bitch or a boss man. Like ability to walk in. I keep wanting to pick up this Emperor. Wanting to walk in and control the situation and manage the situation and knowing just what to say or do. because your intuition and your gut is so strong and you follow that and you read people very, 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 very well. You are able to make people comfortable. You are able to make people rip down their shields and take off their armor and like sit down and talk because you give them your attention. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune with the World reversed. I don't know how many times I can say, like, Gemini, you are very powerful right now. It's like maybe something's coming into you. This is that relationship the relationship of your dreams that you've always wanted, that would make you a parent or a partner for life. I feel like it's also because someone has stopped being someone has stopped allowing themselves to be used and viewed as like a sexual object, and they've taken almost like sex off the table. It's like they've been there, done that, and they're stepped into this stronger, more controlled power where they aren't so controlled by urges, or they're not so easily to scoop up when the right things are said to them. It's like someone has stopped that. It's maybe even harnessing like a sexual energy. And in turn, that energy going within is either making a Gemini into the most like super uber person of the divine masculine in them is matched with, and comfortably confident with the divine feminine within themselves, and everything is wavy gravy and perfect, the masculine and the feminine side within this Gemini. Or this is someone that was part of that maybe once casual, or maybe you did actually date this person and it wasn't casual, but the one you are no longer with them or you're separated. It's this it's like your energy is attracting them because you're no longer giving your energy out to anybody else, and it's attracting the person that you want to give it to. I was just going to say, if this is the Mother effing High Priestess, clarifying the Mother effing High Priestess, and I was just going to say, Gemini, I think you've either just figured it out or you've known this. You intuitively knew to just, maybe this is part of the Houdini act, going recluse. You were giving too much energy to other people. Yeah. And you've stopped. Wow, there are so many majors in this reading. Someone stopped giving out to so many other people, focused on themselves and what was best for them in order in life to move forward, and they are just dominating themselves, their lives, the people around them. To me, this is also healing, bringing in the type of relationship and partnership that Gemini is looking for or has been looking for. I also think there's a Gemini that's been very, very patient with their time, with their energy. Yeah, not just giving it out to anybody. I'm not just jumping from one relationship to the next. I'm not another major, the Temperance card. Someone here has chosen to stop dating multiple people. I'd rather give to myself than be giving my energy out to all those other people. Someone is sitting really good with themselves. They've stopped giving away to others or being someone who was allowed to be played by someone who was indecisive about them and their energy. I heard like those 3 girls are like, haha, you can't come hang with us. And Temperance over here is like, bitches, I don't even want to. Oh, y'all are lame. Someone is doing that, and it's maybe this is a very strong Gemini. The masculine and feminine is very strong and balanced within. The force is strong in this one, within this one, but 3 of Swords. I think you've had your fair share of heartbreak and betrayal, maybe from people you've trusted or thought you could trust. I feel like I'm also seeing there's a Gemini who's been betrayed by people that it's like, my gut was telling me for a while something was wrong, something was up with this, and then you ended up having your heart broken by them. You ended up having your heart broken by them. You were forced to be made single again. That Hermit didn't want to be single, but he's single here because there was a heartbreak and someone done did the heartbreaking and left. This could be the person that you used to date. All right, Gemini, this is what I'm seeing right now. There was someone this is that person that I said you could be focusing on yourself, and it's like this person who broke your heart is noticing how much energy you're giving to yourself and how much more strong and dominant and like intuitively confident. You could be someone who's like a spiritual person, and like your spirituality, I'll take that as confirmation, your spirituality has just become much more prominent and a part of you and is beautiful. And this person who broke your heart in the past, who may have done or said shysty, shady shit, the person that you knew in your gut something was wrong, or I'm going to end up heartbroken here. I just know I'm going to get heartbroken here. You knew you would, and then they ended up breaking your heart. This is the person that's like noticing, or like this is the person that is coming back because there's nobody else like Gemini. I just heard there's nobody else like you in the world. Queen of Swords, they went looking for you, Gemini, and they couldn't find you. That went flying over to the Emperor with the Ace of Cups. That Emperor, the person who the Devil, we got Capricorn energy, could have been dealing with the Capricorn. That Emperor is the one that used to have something for you, Gemini, or you're the Emperor that used to have something for them, and then it was ended, and this Emperor went looking for who to give their cup to next, and they couldn't find anybody like the Gemini. And I feel like they were looking for someone like the Gemini. That could be an Empress. However this resonates, could be a same-sex relationship. That person went out after the ending, after breaking your heart, after hurting the High Priestess. The person who intuitively knew, this is not going to end well, I just have a feeling, and then it didn't end well. This person went out and couldn't find what they had with you, Gemini. This person's ego was this person's ego and their, I want to say their mean, almost mean behavior. The behaviors that had you like, how could you do that? Like, had you saying, like, how could you do that? Their behaviors were all because they were insecure and they had issues. They weren't strong. They had an attitude of, I'll fuck you over before you fuck me over, because they just always assumed that they were going to get fucked over. Maybe they did in the past. Maybe someone left them in the past and they had this, I'm going to leave you before you leave me attitude. Well, guess what? Gemini didn't really even leave. Gemini's still there. I don't know what the song is. I don't even know what song, if it is a song. But it's like or something like going around the world looking for what like you, and not being able to find you. The Magician reversed, followed the Eight of Wands reversed, followed the Ten of Cups. After the ending, I'm telling you, someone may have even like tried to date other people. They may have tried to find someone that looked like you, Gemini, or you noticed like who they were dating afterwards is like, oh shit, they kind of have the same exact features as me. I mean, we all have a type, but it became a little too like, they were trying to find in others what they lost in you. I really do feel that Knight of Pentacles went off after the breakup and could not find who to give his pentacle to. I feel like someone has dated multiple people, had flings, just been with multiple other people. Maybe this is being non-committal on purpose, but I do think in that whole time, they were actually also looking for what they once had, and they couldn't find it. It was like having to realize, like, shit, I ended something with someone where I was actually really happy. And then they went out trying to find it, and again, and they couldn't. Trying to recreate that magic, and they couldn't. So we saw Scorpio there. We have Gemini again. We have Aries. Wow. Let's get like one more from this deck. I might name this like they tried to recreate the magic and couldn't, or you're the only one with what you have, Gemini. That spark, that zing, that firework. Two of Wands. The World reversed. So the World is here at the very end of this reading, kind of, even though I'm going to go into that other deck and it started it. This is where I think this is someone that you may have already dated in the past, had an ending, and it could be maybe it was over, they viewed it as over, or you viewed it as never over. But I think this is the person who did dirty, who did the heartbreaking and walking away. That wand in the past is the first time you guys were together, and they are holding on to what's about to be their attempt at at coming around again. That's why the World's in reverse, because the cycle isn't over. I think this is the person who waited and looked for other people that would have with them what you had with them, Gemini. Or you've been the person out there trying to find in others, or maybe you both are doing it, trying to find in others the magic that you both had together, and you're not able to find it or recreate it. And I'm not just talking like the compatibility, the chemistry, the sexual chemistry, the physical, mental, spiritual attraction. Y'all can't find it, or they can't find it in anybody else, or you can't find it in anybody else. So, and maybe this is why you're choosing to be a recluse, Gemini. It's either I want you or nothing. Which goes back to, what did I say at the very beginning of this? I'm looking at it again. Didn't I say someone's waiting for the other to come forward? And she's like, what are you doing? What's taking so long? Come with that cup and make it right. Let's see what we got here. In my Choose Your Own Adventure for Gemini. The beginning of the season. Maybe I'll keep doing a bunch of Geminis this season. I'm going all willy-nilly with my channel now. Now, the first time I saw this card, which is the Seven of Wands in this deck, I thought, gosh, I'm getting a few stories right now. First of all, someone could be into Harry Potter, because I did see Quidditch right there quick. But then I started thinking, this is Odysseus, who's come back from his 20-year travel, and he's fighting off the other suitors who are there for Penelope. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I don't want to sound like an asshole and say Google it, but it's the final part of the Odyssey by Homer, when Odysseus returns home after his long odyssey, and all these men have been in his castle and his home waiting for Penelope to choose one of them. Penelope is Odysseus's wife, and she's been waiting for his return, and he's been gone for 20 years. And everybody's like, yo, bitch, pick someone because he ain't coming back. And then, whoop, whoop, there's Odysseus. He comes back. And that's Odysseus saying, you motherfuckers, get away from my wife. So I feel like there's a fight for you, Gemini, or Gemini, you feel like you have to fight others, or someone feels like there's a lot of competition for you, or you feel like there's a lot of competition for them. God, I didn't even realize 5, 6, 7. This is the Seven of Swords, where I said like they may have dated other people and they're realizing there's no other spark with anybody else but like with you. This could be part of like, gosh, I'm seeing someone going into relationships and like having to end them and break hearts because they're not finding what they've been looking for secretly. And what they're secretly looking for is their star. Star is Aquarius energy. You could have that in the chart. The moon is Cancer energy. Gosh, I just get a heavy feeling of someone knowing damn well like who they want to be with and who they know they should be with and who they know their person is. Why do I feel jealous when I shouldn't be? Well, bro, because it's, you know, that's called like, just keep going. Gemini, we're about to be wrapping this up, almost 50 minutes. I can't even believe this. Oh, I put that card back too. Oh, there it is. Someone, I think, feels like the other person, maybe the person, all right, the person who did the breaking up, the heartbreak, thinks that the person that they've dumped has all these people around them, all these options, all these, there's a lot of insecurity here. That I'm going to hurt you before you hurt me. I'm going to leave you before you leave me. Well, someone left and then realized the other person never went anywhere or wasn't going to be leaving to begin with, and is like, oh shit, And maybe this is part of the lesson and why this card isn't coming out, because I meant to talk about this. Maybe this is the lesson the other person needed to see, and you were part of that. Whomever, how it resonates, was part of this loving life lesson that not everyone is going to leave. Not everyone is going to run away from you. Some people are willing and want to love you and be there for you and stick with you. Maybe someone self-sabotaged a relationship by pushing away love and acting colder and harder, and it was because of their own heartbreak that they needed to heal. And maybe they've taken the time to do the healing, but I feel like someone who did the heartbreaking, after they did it, went out into the world for a while looking for what they had with who they hurt, and they couldn't find it. This is that person that self-sabotaged whatever good thing they had, their good partnership, like divine partnership. They let their demons get the best of them. They let their insecurities and anxieties get the best of them. But what I'm saying about how this may have been meant to happen this way, because this person was meant to have to realize that they fucked up everything with their own self-sabotage, and someone was like either afraid of commitment, but I think it's more of like, I was scared to give you my heart because I just assumed you would leave again. And part of like this ending of a relationship, and then you still having this connection to each other, and the person who did the heartbreaking having to realize, like, I fucked up. I've gotta slay my demons. Like, I'm the one who let my anxious thoughts crawl into my head, and that's them realizing, sitting up and like, what the fuck? I was so afraid that this person was going to leave, and you know, look, they're still there. Of all the other people, even though they know I've had all these other flings or relationships, they've still been there. Someone also really has in their head that there's going to have to be like a fight for you, Gemini, or you really believe that your person has all these other people around them and you have to fight for them. And I think someone really believes that they're going to have to be like on their game and rough and tough, because it's going to be like so many, there's got to be other guys, there's got to be other girls that want him, that he's talking to. I don't think that's the case at all. Because someone's in hermit mode. Someone's like a recluse. I feel like there's one more in here, and I think it's taking so long to come out because I'm meant to be talking about what I'm talking about right now. It's so smooth, this deck. It's like butter. There it is. Temperance. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, the 8 of Pentacles and Temperance. This situation, whatever situation you are, you're with, or whatever situation you wish you were in with someone, if it's to make it better, if it's to work on things, I feel like I'm in touch with a Gemini who has done the work on themselves, who has done the work and put in the effort to show that they are interested and would make right previous wrongs. However this resonates, this could be the person. This could be I feel like this is the one that had been hurt, who had put in the effort and done everything in the past, realizing that the one that did the hurting has their demons that they need to battle and address. And when each of you can come together after you've each done your own, like when this person addresses their shit or addresses how they sabotaged everything because you never left, but you're not putting in any more work, you can come back together and make things right. And then the 10 of Pentacles is at the end. Happily ever motherfucking after. It's in reverse because these things haven't happened yet. This shit still needs to happen. But one of you, the one that has found the inner peace, who already did the inner work, who put in the work to begin with and didn't deserve to be dropped like a bad habit, that person is taking their time and continuing to just stay on the course of what is best for them, because you're not doing anymore. It's up to the dragon slayer over here, who needs to realize it was his own anxieties and whatever that pushed this to the edge or end. And once y'all can do that, you can come in together, heal shit. Happily ever after. Gemini, if it resonates, as always, please let me know. I love your feedback and comments. And happy Gemini season. I would say harness the beginning of this new season tonight or even tomorrow morning by making a short list of the things you're leaving behind in Taurus season, and then a list of things that will be coming to you in abundance Gemini season. Let me know how it goes. I'll see you next time. Bye.